Hey, so let's try this again. This was my concern about doing the live video here in the mill. Not the best signal, not the best reception. So if I lose you guys, I'm sorry. What I'll do is I will make a video and then I'll post the video. So if I lose you again, sorry y'all. I'll just have to reconfigure. So my husband texted me, he said no gum chewing. I'm a fiend with the gum, so sorry about that. I'm doing my eyebrows, so I'm basically doing little short sketch marks. I don't know if you caught that, but basically I'm going on the underside and just following along with the natural shape of the brow, and there's no really wrong way to do it. I'm kind of a slop artist, self-proclaimed, so I slop the color on and then go in and fine-tune it. And I use the sharp angle brush, the shape of it, to my advantage to get that little flick. And I basically just draw a frame around my eyebrow, or draw the frame of my eyebrow, and then fill it in, really. So I'm just grabbing some more product here. So yeah, y'all still with me? One of you? Good times, good times. So let's see here. So I'm just filling this little frame in. And eyebrows are never going to be identical because, you know, you would be a mannequin if that were the case. Everybody's eyes are shaped slightly different. Eyebrows sometimes will grow in different directions and different shapes. I have one that's really high up, and then the other one, you know, it's like Maleficent arch. And then I have another one that's, you know, pretty more laid back. So the thing with eyebrows, like, especially for me, mature women, okay, so as we mature, everything slides down, right? So we want all the attention to go up because everything's sliding down. So when you're looking at something, your eyes go to where the most color is on the object that you're looking at. So right now, the majority of the color that I have on my face is my eyebrow, really, my eye and then my eyebrow. So if I want everybody looking up and I want that kind of upward eye, I don't want to curl my eyebrow way down, like as an arch way down around. I want to like angle it more outward, even though I want a nice little curve on it, a little, you know, arch. I don't necessarily want to curl it down around the bottom of my eye because that's where everybody's going to like look. They're going to go right down. I hope that makes sense. Does that make sense to you guys? So anyway, I'm just kind of fanning it out, and I go way out of bounds here with my eyebrow, and I try to do like a little bit lighter touch towards the front so that I get that gradient, like fade effect. You know, I don't want to look like I have two Sharpies, like, you know, Sharpie marks for eyebrows. You've seen that girl, right? Yeah, I've seen her. Don't be that girl. And the way to do that is use a lighter touch toward the front, a little bit heavier touch on the brow toward the back. So yeah, and this is not going to be perfect and exact because, you know, I'm just slopping it on, which is fine, and little brush marks. And I'm going to go back in and I'm going to clean it up with my concealer brush. I love my concealer brush. I use it for, you know, to conceal. So brilliant. So you can get your little flat concealer brush. Whoop, wrong way. From Motives. I love it. It's cute. And you can take your concealer or your foundation. You can just kind of clean it up. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my eye base. So eye base is fabulous if you are an eyeshadow wearer. So it's not a necessity. But for me, it is because I wear eyeshadow every day and I don't like to worry about it creasing or anything throughout the day. And eye base, it's like an eye primer. And it's fantastic. I use Motives eye base and it's just awesome. And I kind of use my hand as a palette for everything. So I just load a little bit on there and put it all over the eyelid. So I really kind of like it. It has a tiny bit, I think, of a little bit of a drying effect. And see, right here is where you can clean up all the mess you made, or I made, with my eyebrow. I can make a very clean line and keep it from curving down. I can just angle it right out. So anyway, that's kind of where I use the eye base. And you can do this with the tip of your finger. Like, it just goes really, really fast. I only recommend using fingers and stuff on the eye itself or around the eye and nowhere else, because the reason being is that you don't have any oil glands in your eye. And so to put a little bit of oil from your finger around your eye, just be really careful. I feel like that's all right, but I don't want to put oil from my hands or even bacteria anywhere else on my face. So I don't use my hands to apply, makeup other than just around my eye. So you're just gonna, go all over the eyelid, either with your fingertip or whatever. And then I take my little concealer brush. Okay, so that's that. And hey, Mom is watching. Awesome. Hope you guys are having fun today. Thank you for joining me. I really appreciate it. And this is all new for me, so it feels very strange and awkward to be doing my makeup in front of everyone and explaining it. I'm much better with someone else's face. So that's why I need to come to my studio, so I can do your face. Okay, so I have, crazy eyebrows, obviously, but they're cleaned up a little bit on the edge, and they're not curling way down, which is good. They're kind of, yeah. So we've got part one down here. Okay, so then I will take a spoolie, like a little, almost looks like a little mascara wand. So yeah, little spoolie there, and I just kind of barely brush the front to kind of thin out that color a little bit, to where it just looks like a little more gradient, it goes from light to dark. And then I go back with the concealer brush again and basically clean up that line and kind of erase that center section and give myself a much cleaner, oh look, hair, there's the center of my face. I don't have a unibrow anymore. And that's, yeah, I'm not used to this short hair, y'all. Still working on it. But anyway, that's what I do with brows. And sometimes if I'm really in the mood, I will do a slight color change on my brow, where I'll start off with the brown pomade and then I'll go in with the black and start here and do the tail end very dark, where I have like a triad of color, so it's much more dimension that way. But anyway, that's my first step that I do in the morning. And then I take like a big fluffy brush, and I'm going to work out of the Iconic palette. Love me the Iconic palette. This is from Motives. This is fantastic for basically every single person who wears makeup because of the coloring in it. So you've got 8 eyeshadows and neutral colors. So awesome. Love, 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 love. As you can see, I use it quite a bit. But you get 8 eyeshadows. You get a blush and a bronzer and 4 lip shines, which is awesome. They're not like lipsticks, and they're not, intense lip stains. They're just a little bit of a gloss. So you get all of that, 8 eyeshadows and neutral colors, shimmers and mattes, blush, bronzer, and 4 lip shines for $50, which I think is like amazing. Anyway, so I'm going to work out of this palette so you guys can see kind of what it does. So I'm going to use this first color right here, which is it's called Mogul. It's just a cream color that has no shimmer to it, and I just go all over the eye base and basically just kind of create a palette on my eyelid for which to put color on, which is really what you're doing. You have to just kind of consider your face your little masterpiece. And I equate makeup and wearing makeup versus not wearing makeup. For me, it's not to cover ugly. There are things obviously that I'm not crazy about, like my dark circling and that kind of stuff, but I like me regardless. But the way I feel about makeup is that when I wear makeup, I feel like I have on a ball gown. And when I don't wear makeup, I have on my sweats. Now, I look great in my comfy sweats, and I look great in my ball gown. I just prefer to wear a ball gown every day. So, because I carry myself a little bit differently, and I feel, a little bit more polished. So that's what I'm doing here. So cover the whole eyelid with that cream color right there. No shimmer. It's awesome. And then the next color I'm going to take is just one slightly darker than that. It's like a light, kind of like a beige, but it's called Legend, and it has no shimmer to it either. And I'm going to take another just little fluffy brush. I'm going to load that up, and I'm going to go not on the brow bone and not on the crease, but I'm going to go in between and do just kind of like a windshield wiper motion. So I'm going like right here and a little arc. And my little eyes are hooded. They're like, when I keep my eyes open, you can barely see my eyelid. So some folks' eyes are more hooded than others, where, you know, sometimes you can't even see the eyelid at all. With mine, you can see it just slightly when my eyes are open, but for some, you can't see it at all. And so the technique that I'm doing right now is fantastic for hooded eyes. It's also fantastic for any other eye shape. So this is a real basic kind of coloring, which starts at a light color, goes to a medium color, then to a dark color. So you can see already, like, my eye shape is already starting to change. Keeping the heaviest amount of color, like right here on the outside edge. So, yeah. And then just kind of swooping it around. Sorry, did I move? It's so hard to do this, like, with a camera and, like, as my mirror. It's just, I don't know how everybody else does this, but goodness. And as you can see, my eyes are two different shapes, so I gotta work with that. I got one, like, large eye, and then another one, like, not so much. So anyway, that's one color. And then I go right to the next darker color, which is like this, I think it's called Influencer. Yeah, oopsies. So yeah, Influencer. I'm gonna go, that's a brown also. Brown is awesome for every single person on the planet as far as an eyeshadow color. And does anybody know why? Now, it may not be your favorite color, but it's fabulous for every skin tone. Does anybody know why? I'll bet y'all do, because some of you have taken my class before. No comment? Well, there is a reason why brown looks great on everybody. It's not just something that they say in the industry for no reason at all to get you to buy brown eyeshadow. It really is a reason. And that reason is that we all, human beings, all of us, have 3 primary colors in our skin. Now, you might have more than 3, but you have always the same 3. Everybody on the planet does. And as you can see, I'm striping this on. So the way I do it in the morning is I literally stripe on my eyeshadow, and then I blend it and fine tune it. So that way I feel like I can go much faster to do that. So, and I'm just going, like I said, with a darker brown, same motion, same thing, dark in the corner and thinned out towards the center. And this is just a great, great look on anybody, everybody, hooded eye, not hooded eye. But it's creating a crease for me now that I didn't have before. Anywhere you put a dark color, that area on the face or anywhere that you're putting it, that area is going to recede and it's going to look smaller anywhere you put a darker color. So I want the hood of my eye, which is up here, to look smaller, and I want the front of my eye, the eyelid, I want it to look bigger. So I'm going to put light color there. So anyway, that's the second color. Now, if you only have time to use like 2 colors, do that. That's, you know, time effective or whatever you call that. But if you can use 3 or more and you have time to do that, do it, because you get a much more gradient look. You get a much more depth to what you've got going on. So I am going to do that. I'm going to use this. So we used 3 colors so far: cream, tan, and like a dark brown. Now I'm going to use this. Where'd it go? Powerhouse. Where is it? Can you see it? Powerhouse, right? Woo, right there. I just put my finger in it. Awesome. Gonna use that color. And I'm gonna use a little bit smaller brush because I want to do a little more detail work. So gonna use like a little small fluffy. And I'm gonna grab, basically it's black. That's what it is. Or you could even go like a darker chocolate brown, or you could go with a maroon or whatever, but I'm using that black right now. I'm gonna go right in the crease. And I'm also going to bring it down, kind of like a little, I don't know, C, backwards triangle. Not really sure what you'd call that. But as you can see from one eye to the other, hopefully you get a little more dimension there. And this is a super basic look that I'm doing because it's my first video, and I don't feel like I am equipped to go super glitter today. But I want to focus primarily on just like a basic eye look and foundation application, because that's a big deal, right? Lifelong search. So there's that. I'm gonna do the other eye now so that it matches. And have fun with it, guys. You know, what you practice every day, you actually get good at. So take a little time and just practice every day. You don't have to spend hours, but you know, if you get a few minutes, and I know that's a big deal, not being able to have the time to practice, but you want to do that if you can. So, or you could just watch this video over and over and over. So, hey Glinda, good to have ya. Thanks for joining. I'm just doing my little crease, my little blending thing. And I spend a lot of time on the eyes. After I get my eyes done, like, it's pretty fast after that. And I spend a lot more time than most because obviously I'm a makeup artist, and so that's kind of my thing, my business card. But you can do this very, very quickly by knowing, oh, the gum, sorry, bad habit. By knowing where to put the color and then just kind of blending it together. So I spend lots of time like just slapping the color on, and then I'll come back and, you know, blend it all out. So I'm putting the heaviest amount of color right on the outside edge, as you can see. And what that does is it opens up the eye, pulls the center eye forward. That's what we're doing. And so to emphasize that even more, I'm going to stop putting all that black on there. I'm going to take a big fluffy brush. Yeah. And I'm going to barely blend in circular motions those colors upward. And you want to see the gradient change. So I'm not going to blend them all into each other because you'll just get mud if you do that. So I'm just basically going to take and barely blend that top color up, then that second color, and then that third color in towards the center. That way you don't get a major like mud color. And that's where sometimes, you know, ladies will be like, I want to do a smoky eye, but it always looks like I got punched in the face. And it's because you just blended one color in to itself, or you just used one color. So that's why I say use 2 or more colors, and that's going to give you a really beautiful, you know, transitional kind of look rather than just like blue. But, you know, again, there's no rules. So if you love blue, rock out the blue. If it makes you feel beautiful and you feel awesome when you have it on, honey child, rock it out, do it. So I'm going to go back again with this Mogul, that's the cream color, and I'm going to take a flat brush, and I'm literally going to pack it on, just pack it right on the center, on the lid, leaving that dark color right where it's at. But you can see, hopefully, that it has really pulled the eyelid forward and kept everything very bright in the center, which gives them much, oh look, no more hooded eye. Oh! So if you like shimmer, then I would say bring on the shimmer. So that had no shimmer in it. Now I'm going to put a little shimmer on top. Same thing. And for mature eyes, you know, you get that creping skin there. You can still wear shimmer there, but what you want to do to not emphasize the crepe is put a very thin layer of maybe eye base or concealer, and then a matte finish eyeshadow, and build up that palette, and then put your shimmer. Because if you don't, you're just throwing light and attention all over that creping skin for everybody to say, look at this creping skin. And even though the shimmer may be beautiful, you know, you don't want to emphasize any creping or sagging skin. So I'm just loading it up. Now here's another thing that I do throughout my process is I use setting spray, which you use at the end typically, which you can. But I love my setting spray so much that I use it throughout the process to lock my stuff in for the day, so I don't have to recheck my makeup. So after I get this done, I get my eyeshadow on the way I want it. Basically, that's kind of where I'm going to leave it today. I just spray a thin layer right there over my eyes. And then I'm going to move on to something else. Actually, I'm going to move on to eyeliner. Now, what I tell people about eyeliner, because it's tricky too, right? I mean, it's a challenge, eyeliner. If you are not comfortable using a gel or a liquid or whatever, start with powder. Use black eyeshadow powder, which you can use right out of your Iconic palette. It's more forgiving. Use a sharp angle brush. Sharp. It's going to work really, really well to your advantage. I'm going to use Little Black Dress is what it's called. It's Motive's Little Black Dress. And so I will put a list of everything I've used on my face today. I will put it in the description after the video is over so that y'all can see that. But my website is located in the description right now, so you can go check it out if you want to. And you get cash back if you ever order anything off of there, which is a nice little perk. That's my online store. So I'm using gel eyeliner. And I, again, put it on my hand and kind of thin it out because I don't want to put a big glom of stuff on my eyeball. So if you're not using a gel, start with powder. Powder is much more forgiving and easier to work with. So here's the thing with the eye, and this will be tricky for me because I've not done this on video before with a camera and a mirror. So I do, again, little sketch marks right above my lash line, and I go slow. And of everything that I do on my face, eyeliner and brows probably take me the most time because I'm trying to go for perfection, but I don't put a lot of pressure on myself to do that with one swoop of the hand. So I do little sketch marks and then kind of connect the dots. And I start on the outside edge. I'm going to flip it up. I'm going to use that sharp angle to my advantage. And I'm just going to flip it up a little bit for the wing. And then I'm going to leave it, and I'm going to turn it around this way and come backwards. But I'm going to leave that tail of it alone and come in just a little bit and do a little short sketch. Now, something like this, it does take a little practice. That's why I say if you're not good with the gel and all that stuff, start with a brow, with a powder, with like an eyeshadow powder or eyeliner powder, because it's a little more forgiving and easier to work with, and you can kind of brush it off if you don't get it right. With the gel, you know, it sticks a little bit more, and then I come in and just do the edge here, right above the lash line. And like I said, this is so much easier to do on someone else, believe it or not. Yeah. So, there you go. Ta-da! So, got one eye down, one to go. And when you do little, brush strokes, then it's so much easier, I think. And also, if you get frustrated, just make sure that you keep Q-tips and eye makeup remover close by when you're doing your eyeliner, and that way if you screw up or you mess up, you can just grab you a little Q-tip and soak it on one end and wipe away whatever you need to fix, and then on the other end just kind of dry it up, and that way you don't have to take off the whole eye, which is very frustrating, right? Ooh, got a little crazy with that wing. All right, so I'm gonna flip that around and come back. And this is how it always happens, right? You get that one that's like, oh, it's so fabulous. And then the other one's like a total hot freaking train wreck. And I got like one lazy eye. Yeah. So, here's where we're going with it. And we're just going to go with it. Yeah. There we go. And don't pull hard on your eye, because obviously when you let go of your eye, it's going to look different. So try to keep your eye open as much as you can. And not yank it too much, because that's a very fragile area. of the skin of the eye. Very thin. Do not want to be pulling on that and creating more wrinkles and creasing. Who wants that? Not me, especially as I age. I'm aging even more this month. It's my birthday month. Yes, I celebrate birthday month because every year that I live and survive this crazy world, the celebration gets bigger. It's a bigger deal. So we celebrate the birthday month. So anyway, that's eyeliner. It's done for the most part. You know, I'm done with it. So let's see, what's my next step that I do? Let's attack these dark circles. Let's do that. So dark circles, yeah, I have issues with them. So depending on how dark they are, you might want a color corrector, you might not. I am going to put some primer on first because I want to prime the whole face. So that what primer does, and here's my custom primer. Yes, I make custom primer. I even make it for those who have super red skin and want to knock down some of the red off their face before they put their foundation on. Some people just wear it all by itself because it just tones the red down. It's a green tinted primer. It's red reducing primer. It's custom made and I love it. I don't have a lot of red, so I don't use it for myself, but a lot of my clients swear by it. So anyway, primer is awesome. What primer does is it takes an orange peel and you put the primer on. Now that orange peel looks like an apple peel. And then your makeup goes on over the top of that, which is awesome. And I said I don't have a lot of red, but as I put my primer on, I'm like, yeah, my face is getting red. Touch sensitive, that's what we call that. I'm very sensitive. You touch me. So, I'm also putting it down here on my neck because I have to drag my makeup down onto my neck because my neck and my face are not the same color. So, I'm using a little bit of that primer, and primer is just, I just feel like I got to have it, especially up on the forehead. All of the creasing that I got going on. So this is what I'm doing. And today I think I'm going to put my foundation on with a sponge. I normally showcase the using the foundation brushes because I like using brushes for putting on my foundation, and I do. I use them all the time. But today I'm going to use a damp sponge. So I'm going to take a little sponge. This is a beauty blender. I shouldn't say sponge. It's beauty blender from Motives. I really like it. I moisten the sponge, and then I've got my custom foundation. I'm going to go ahead and put it on all over. And what I do is, again, it's an airless pump, so I just give myself like a drop or two on my hand. And then I take my little beauty blender. I dab, and I really like to beat my face. Oh, look, it looks like it's wrong, but it actually matches my neck, which is a miracle. So I'm just gonna go and blend it. And with this short hair, what I have realized, because I never have had short hair until this last month, is that my ears and the back of my neck didn't see a lot of sun, so they're white also. So, yeah, I gotta put makeup on the ear so that the whole thing matches, and down my neck. And that's pretty much where I'm at with that. And up on the forehead. This is so weird to do with no mirror. Let me see if I can adjust this a little bit more. Now watch it fall down on the floor. Okay. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Can y'all hear the music? I don't know if you can hear it or not. They got it playing over the loudspeaker. And so you can see half and half. That's crazy, right? Getting a good match is super important. To me, foundation is the biggest deal ever. It's a lifelong search for women, right? And just because you found what you feel like is the right color, they might discontinue the color. Or your skin might change. And then you can't tolerate the formulation that they have anymore. And then the hunt is on again for more foundation that works, right? So when I found the custom process and discovered that about almost 5 years ago in Hawaii, at a makeup trade show, with Miss Marina Melnikovich. Love her. I lost my mind, because basically what that means is now I can create for my clients and myself, because you can see obviously I'm two different colors. I need some color matching. I can create an exact color match for my clients. And I mean exact, to where it never looks like something laying on your skin. It just looks like beautiful skin. And isn't that what foundation should be, really? I mean, really. So that's what I do. And I keep it on file like a recipe. And the liquid is water-based, which is fabulous for the skin. And the mineral powder is pure mineral-based. So it is what it says it is. So the toners that I use to make, the specific color matches. So like for me, for example, I have a lot of yellow in my skin. So I use amber to get that. It's actually crushed amber, and the onyx is crushed onyx, the amethyst, crushed amethyst. So it's awesome. So unless you're allergic to water or dirt, really? If you are allergic to water or dirt, you probably have bigger issues than makeup, and I can't help you. So I would just refer you to a doctor. But if you're not allergic to water or dirt, you can wear this. Hypoallergenic, cruelty-free. It's just awesome. So I'm just like beating my face now and smushing this all in. And I'm going to go around the back of my neck because I have such short hair that's like almost shaved up to my neckline, or hairline, I mean. So I want it all to match really well. So, ta-da. Yeah, pretty good. So there you go. Like 3 drops covered my whole face with a sponge. Now if I'd used a brush, it probably would have been maybe 2 drops. So, but I just kind of wanted to press it in today, and I'm feeling pretty good about it. So I wanted to use my beauty blender and show you how that works, because I know a lot of people love beauty blenders and they want to use them. I never recommend using your hands because, oil, bacteria, you're putting that all over your face. Plus it doesn't blend really well. So as you can see, my full coverage foundation really, really, really knocked out a lot of the dark circling under my eye, which I like, because then I don't look extremely exhausted. So what I'm going to do now is I'm using a custom concealer that I made. And like I said, Motives has incredible products that are pre-made, meaning they come out of a manufacturer's warehouse. Custom made, obviously, I feel like is better, because I work with my clients to make it exactly the way they want. So we have a big conversation about what they want, how they want to look, yada, yada. So I always like custom products better. And even though Motives has great products, they're fantastic. I never assume to know what's important to anyone. Everything is important to everyone, right? And so I never assume to know. So I just give the information. For some people, they don't care what's in their makeup. They could care less, the ingredients. As long as it sticks and does what it's supposed to do, they don't care if it's toxic or near toxic, as long as it's like $3.99. So I'm going to take a little beauty blender, a little baby one, and I'm going to go with my concealer right under the eye. And this is a dry beauty blender. I'm using a dry one, and I'm just kind of going like a little upside down triangle. I'm highlighting, basically dragging light under the eye to brighten that up. Now, some people do this underneath their foundation, and some people do it on top. Some people do it with both, underneath and on top. There's no wrong thing. I like to do it on top for myself, because my foundation, because it's custom made, has the level of coverage that I need it to have to cover up that circle, and then I can just brighten that area up. So, anyway, what I was saying was, there are some people that don't care what ingredients are in their makeup, as long as it's like super cheap. And then other people definitely care about what's in their makeup. And they, want to know about it. And as long as they can get pure ingredients, that's what they want. That's their preference. And they don't mind paying, a little bit more for that. And I never know what is important to each person, so I just give the information. But for me, once I discovered that I could have all custom products on my face, yeah, I didn't want anything else that was pre-made out of a bottle off of a store shelf. But that's just me. I want all natural ingredients. If I can get them, that's what I want. I tell ladies, if you cannot eat your makeup and skincare and it not make you, violently ill, then you might think about what you are putting on your face, because your skin is the largest organ of your body, and it is absorbing everything you are putting onto it for, how long do we wear makeup? 20 years, 30 years? I mean, most of us want it on our face even when we are dead. So I know I do. I want to be looking good. So anyway, this is the custom concealer that I've used, and I actually use it down around this area. I get a little hyperpigmentation down up in there, so I forgot to kind of address that. Normally I try to put on like a little concealer underneath that to hide that area, and it's probably not anything you even notice once I get my blush on and things, but I notice it, so I try to lighten that up a little bit with my concealer, so I'm gonna do that. And I'll just make my lips look bigger anyway. Right? I want that permanent pout. So, alrighty. Woohoo! So y'all, I don't know if you know, but I do have a Instagram page as well. So y'all follow me, and I'll follow you back. I'm kind of getting, I don't know. I'm trying to figure this whole social media thing out. I'm much better live in person, but I realized that not everybody can meet with me, which is why I've been doing mail order foundation blending and that kind of thing, and then starting to do videos too. So I'm choking my gum, and so I hope that it is helping y'all. If so, then give me some of that. Give me some love. So anyway, that is where I've kind of done with the foundation, and I really, really like it. I'm going to go over it with a high definition powder. It's a filter powder. I don't know if you can see that. High def powder from Motives. They offer that also. It's awesome. It's like a pore minimizer, and it has no colors, translucent. I love it. I also use my custom powder, but today I'm not going to use my custom powder. I'm going to use this powder. And I just go in little circular motions. Kind of knocks down a little bit of the shine, although I do like to shine like a diamond in the sky. I want to be like J-Lo, Beyonce. But this is really a great pore minimizer, and it just, the more you buff, the creamier the skin gets. And so that's kind of why I love this. But I also actually add this additive in my custom makeup, which is, nothing beats custom. So I'm gonna do some blush, and I'm going back to this Iconic palette, which has the blush and the bronzer in it. It's fantastic. So I'm gonna use this blush and bronzer first. So here's how I do. Get your little swipe on it. Make the fish face. Adding dimension, as you can see already. Now I also go here. I want to darken this area so that I have a more defined jawline and a little bit slimmer look to the face. So I go all up under the jawline with my bronzer. And here's a trick for if your foundation gets a little too light for you and you need to get in between blends. You can take that bronzer and go right up in here on the forehead and down the sides, and it kind of gives the illusion that you have, a sun-kissed look. You can also go a little bit on the nose. I'm just going on either side. Give myself a little bit of contour, not anything super crazy. Awesome. Then I'm going to take the blush right there, which is called Untouchable, and I'm going to go right above the bronzer, right on the cheekbone. Especially for mature ladies, the higher you put the color, the better, because that's where people are going to look, right? And as we age, our skin starts to slide down. So, it's awesome. Let's see. I love me some blush. I really do. Awesome. Da, 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 da. And yeah, I do everything in sing-song. That's who I am. So, that's where we are on the blush bronzer. And that's still coming out of the Iconic palette. Oh, this hair. So, then what I will do is, I like to color in this little doodad here. My foundation has such a deep coverage that it just covers it completely and makes it look like almost like a little molehill. Well, now it actually looks like a beauty mark, so you can see it now. So, what I would like to do now is, let's see, do I want to put anything under my eye? I think I do. I can see that my eyes are watering and my gel is transferring. That's one thing I do love about the Motives mineral gel. It's waterproof, and so if it does start to transfer down in this water line, you can take it and wipe it out. But once it's set and locked in, like, it's done. You don't have to worry about it. I'm going to take my little sharp angle brush again because I love the sharp angle brush. I can find it. That's another thing. I have a tendency to misplace my stuff, especially when I'm out of my element and not putting my makeup on at home, but putting it on here at the studio. I'm going to go back to my Iconic palette and take this dark brown Influencer, and I'm going to go right up underneath my eye. Heavy on the outside edge and thinner towards the center. And same for the other eye. Same thing. So I am not seeing any comments or anything because I obviously didn't know what I'm doing when it comes to I can just see there's 12 people here, but I have no idea what I'm saying, so hopefully it's nice. But I just want to say thank you for going to watch. I appreciate it. So I'm not talking to you. Please understand it's because I can't see what's happening in this thing, and I think that the signal is probably pretty sucky right now. So I'm hoping playback is going to be good. If not, then I will do another video. I'll just do the video and then I'll post it, maybe like a YouTube thing. I do have a YouTube channel, BB Artistry. 2 B's, BB Artistry. So here's my eyeshadow. It's just a base. I'm going to do a lip liner because I want to. Because I can. I'm going to use neutral. It's just neutral from Motives. It's a lip liner called Neutral. That's what it is. I'm going to just line it up. I'm not going to wear a lip stain today. I'm going to wear something out of this Iconic palette. It's a lip gloss or lip shine. I do like to line my lips because I just feel like I lose them if I don't. I mean, I don't know how you can lose your lips, but whatever. You know, it's a figure of speech. Like so many things that we say that, you know, we don't really realize where that came from, but we just say it anyway. It's like prayer sometimes in the group. Praying for a hedge of protection. I don't want a hedge. I want some razor wire of protection. That's what I want. Tim Hawkins. He's so funny. It's so true, though. And that's just the little lip liner. Neutral lip liner. So I'm going to go in with the, I don't know. I'm going to go in with the Idol. Oops. The Idol. Crazy Lip Shines right there. I'm going to put that on. Idol. It's kind of a pinky sheen to it. Just going with a very natural. Most ladies, I mean, Obviously, we all love color, stuff like that. Or I shouldn't say we all do, but a lot of ladies like color. But they're just very afraid of it. So today, I'm just doing something really natural and, you know, soft. And hopefully you feel like it's, like, duplicatable for you. Easy, simple, everyday, kind of safe, generic look. Am I going to do eyelashes? Yes. Yes, I am. So, I have me some eyelashes here. They are 100% human hair, and do I reuse them? Yes. Yes, I do. So, what I'm going to do is I always do eyelashes last because, you know, when you're working with powders and things like that, they can get in your lashes. And then I don't want to have to, like, deal with that and, like, brush all the powder off and all that jazz. So, I am, excuse me, I'm going to do my lashes. And, yeah, okay. So I'm just picking all the glue off from the day before. And here they are. Oops. Yeah. I like the demi wispies. So basically that means they're, you know, short. They go short to long. I like those. I use duo glue because I have not tried the Motives glue. And I need to. So just FYI. I like the duo glue. I'm sure that the Motives glue is awesome as well. I just haven't tried it yet. I have been busy and been sticking to what I know works. And even though I do experiment a lot, I have not had an opportunity to do that. So what I'm doing right now is just putting dab of glue on the inside edge of the lashes. So I should show you that, sorry. I put it all up on the edge of the lash. So what you can do is, if this like is not easy for you, take a little blob and put it on the end of a bobby pin, and then take that bobby pin and drag it. Or, you know those little dental floss thingies? You know, like the little, I don't know what they're called, little dental floss things. So you have a handle on it and you has a piece of dental floss. You can put that on there too, and then stick that on your lash line. Just don't stick it in your eye. You can do that with eyeliner too. That's another trick, I guess. But while the glue is getting tacky, it has to get tacky. Yeah, it needs to be tacky. It does not want to stick on your eye. It has to get tacky. So give it a second. While I'm waiting for the glue to get tacky, I'm shaping it and kind of bending it so that it will stay curved. Second day lashes, because you can reuse them, are like second day hair, just better. This is first day hair, so that's why it's all hot mess. So then I take it as it's gotten tacky, just takes a few seconds, and then I go kind of down and almost lay it on my natural lashes and then push it back. And then I try to see where it's going to lay better first, and that's where I push it down. But if you got eyeliner on, that's your guide. So I'm going right in here, and I'm just gonna, and you can use tweezers. Tweezers are really, really good. Most people like tweezers. I just have long, like, claws for my nails, and so they're kind of like a built-in tweezer. So it always, for me, seems to stick down better on the outside edge. So I usually go there first, and then come and kind of like tap it in around the front and the center. And this is taking me way longer than it normally does because I'm on the spot. And it should make contact with your skin. You want it to touch the skin because that's where it needs to stick. And does it harm your real lashes? I have never had a problem with it. And I have been wearing lashes since the age of probably about 20. Actually, I might even been younger than that. And I am going to be 45 this month, so never had a problem with it. And I still have my real lashes, but the reason that I started wearing strip lashes was because of an accident. You want to hear about it? Oh, sure. I know. We got time, right? So the accident was this, and I'm dating myself because this was way before, like, internet and all that stuff, but driving around with my girlfriend, and I have little short lashes, of course. Didn't know about strip lashes or anything. I knew they existed, but didn't know anything about them. And I got my little eyelash curler, I'm just, ooh, got a death grip on it, you know, curling my eyelashes. My girlfriend's driving the car. I'm in the passenger seat. And I just got this death grip on my lashes. And she hit a pothole. And I went, yep. Ripped every single eyelash out on one eye. I freaked. I screamed for her to pull over to the nearest beauty store or CVS or Walgreens or whatever. And I went in and bought every single lash and lash glue that I could find, and knowing nothing about eyelashes, because now I have eyelashes on one eye and maybe like one here and one here on this other eye, like just nothing, ripped them all out. And so I locked myself in the bathroom for like a week, and I figured out strip lashes. And then I got hooked on them because I discovered that I could actually put them on a lot quicker and get a much more beautiful effect. And just time-wise, I could do it much, much quicker than trying to curl and recurl and recurl and lengthen my own little tiny short lashes. And I know that's not for everybody, but I love them. And I would say, if you're interested in, you know, wearing strip lashes and you want to play with it, my suggestion would be don't start with the little baby ones. Start by learning with a little bit thicker, denser lash. Even if you don't wear it outside the house and you're just playing with it, start there, because the thicker they are and the more dense they are, the easier they are to work with and to handle. So you want to do that, and then, you know, you can downgrade, which I know sounds really weird because most people would start very small and then build. But for eyelashes, I feel like it's much easier to start with a thicker lash, because you can work with it a little bit easier, and it's easier to handle and manipulate, and then a small, flimsy one, because obviously the smaller and flimsier they are, the harder they are to work with. So, got that lash on there. Gonna stick it right on. That's what I'm talking about. See, and that's usually how fast it takes me to get my lashes on. Once that I have worn them for that first day, they're kind of already, you know, shaped the way my eye is shaped. And so I put the glue on and it's like, bam, like done. So it's really awesome. So yeah, lashes are done. Sometimes I mascara at the bottom and sometimes I don't, but today I will. This is the Motives Fiber Lush mascara. So I know a lot of you will never wear strip lashes, but you want a great mascara. This is a great mascara. I know certain companies have their, you know, own fiber lash mascara, and they're great. My rule of thumb for cosmetics is, if the product you're using you love, they're hitting every mark for you, and they do everything for you in every way that you want them to do, keep doing that. But if not, come see me and I will help you find something that you absolutely love. This is a one-step fiber lash, so that means you do not have to do 2 and 3 and 4 steps. So what I do, I mascara my bottom ones. I just do like a normal, you know, once over. And then I come back and do a second coat. And then on the second coat, I hit the ends of the eyelashes so that the fibers will lay down and deposit even more. And I just love it. It's so awesome. And it's such a good mascara because the more you layer it, the longer the lashes get. And they don't have that kind of crazy fuzzy look to them that I've seen some do. Some of the fiber mascaras. There's some good ones out there, and then there's some not so good ones out there. But I can tell you, I do love this one. I've used it many, many times on myself and my clients. And as a matter of fact, I believe, if the story is right, that Motives came out with this new mascara and bought 2 years worth for the company, you know, to like resell, and they sold out in 2 months. I do know that that was true because I tried to get some and I couldn't. So I'm gonna give that a second, and I'm gonna add a highlight. I'm gonna use actually just right out of my Iconic palette. So here's the thing: you can buy expensive highlighters, you can buy all kinds of stuff. I don't ever do anything the way I'm supposed to, I don't think, or the way that people tell me to do it. I'm always looking for different ways. So I like this little round brush, and I'm going to use this called Queen, and I'm going right here. And I love it as a highlighter because I've used this as part of my eyeshadow palette So the color's going to complement anyway. And it's already on my eye. So it's just going to look even better with this. And could I get a highlighter and use it? But yeah, why? Because, you know, just pretty. And I ain't even scared. I will use so much highlighter. I love it. And you can do a tiny bit on the Cupid's bow, which is funny. I guess I did a little too much the other day because my 12-year-old son was like, I want ice cream, Mom. I said, I don't have any ice cream. Yes, you do. I can see it on your lip. It's still on there. My highlighter. I don't care. I eat glitter for breakfast. And then that way I sparkle all day. So, yes, you can buy expensive highlighter. But if you find a gorgeous eyeshadow that has a lot of shimmer and a lot of highlight to it, you can use it in the same way. Save you some money. I'm all about saving the bucks. So, there's that. All right, I'm going to do another little coat of mascara. And then, like, really, I'm pretty much done for the day. Maybe a little highlight in there. Like I said, I went with a kind of basic look. Today, not a lot of extra. But, where's my mascara? There it is. So I'm going to do that. And I'm actually going to curl my eyelashes a little bit. That's one thing that I do like to do is curl my real lashes right up into the strip lashes. Yeah. Because I want them to blend really, really well. And I don't want anybody thinking that they don't belong to me. And of course they do belong to me because, you know, I bought them. So I think if anyone is rude enough to ask you, are those your real lashes? Then I'm going to say, yeah, they are. They're mine. I paid for them. I bought them. They're on my eyes. They're mine. They're real. And they are real. They're not fake. They're real human hair. So I'm going to curl them. Woo! Yeah, no jerking here. Ta-da. It just depends. Ooh, I got them extra curly. Oh, yeah. So the closer you go in towards the lash line, the curlier they're going to be. And apparently I'm going with super curly today. So that is where I'm at for the day. More setting spray? Yes, please. And I just go crazy with it. That is my morning routine for the most part. So I hope you enjoyed it. Please follow me, like my page, ask lots of questions. I'm going to post some more information here, and hopefully this video came out good, and I'll be able to see your comments maybe later. I'm going to double check and be sure to get back with everybody. So I hope you had a great time. Please share the video, share the information, spread the love, and stay beautiful, y'all.